Hello everybody, my name is Starrapter. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and making me a part of your day. If you are new to the show though, every week I go over everything new in the Star Wars universe that ties back into the movies, so anything in the lore such as the TV series, the comic books, the novels, and to the video games. This week was a bit of a light week when canon is concerned, so before I break into my comic book review of Doctor Aphra number 4, I first want to talk about a bit of the news that dropped earlier in the week. So, first off, if you guys haven't watched Star Wars The Clone Wars on Netflix, this is your public service announcement that they are actually discontinuing it on Netflix next month in March. So, if you haven't watched it before, now is the time to binge the hell out of that series. First off, it is really, really awesome. It explores a time period of about 3 years in between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. So definitely take advantage, or even if you just have seen it already, it's been a while, go ahead, go revisit it. As a matter of fact, I actually recently bought the Clone Wars movie on Blu-ray because I feel like now is the best time to start collecting it in hard copy since we're not going to be able to access it on Netflix. Really, really good. I just, over the last 2 days, I binged everything on there, all the special features. Dave Filoni is a visionary. He's also the guy that's in charge of Rebels. So I really enjoyed that. I actually went ahead and I ordered like the box set of seasons 1 through 5. So I can't wait to get that in. I'm going to binge them all over again with all the special features. Okay, so next in the news, we have a comic book store. We have announcement that Marvel is putting out a new crossover between Star Wars and Doctor Aphra. Okay, so if you aren't familiar, this is the time period in between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. So this 5-parter is going to basically start off with a one-shot in May, which is going to be written by Kieran Gillen with artwork by Marco Cicchetto. If you are familiar with that, Kieran Gillen has done the Darth Vader and the Doctor Aphra series, and Marco Cicchetto has been very renowned in the Star Wars universe for doing the artwork on the Shattered Empire miniseries as well as the Obi-Wan and Anakin miniseries, so he's well known in that universe. So you can expect great things from these guys. They said it's going to be kind of like a gothic horror story with the focus being on the two main characters of Luke and Dr. Aphra, and I think that's going to be a very interesting relationship because those two characters, if you've been, reading along, can't be more opposite of each other. Obviously, the one worked for Darth Vader, and Luke Skywalker is just the ultimate good guy, so I cannot wait to see that series kick off in May. But speaking of Dr. Aphra, that is what came out this week. We had Dr. Aphra number 4 hitting store shelves. You can go pick it up now. Pretty cool cover with the ad on there. But yeah, so I'm going to give a little bit of a synopsis of what's going on in the story. So Dr. Aphra has been estranged from her father. They are basically going on this archaeological trip. Her father kind of blackmailed her, so she's kind of forced to work along with him. He's looking after this Order Expectu, they're called. They're like an ancient force-wielding organization. So it brings them to the planet Yavin 4, and it is being occupied by the Empire. So basically the whole crew, which is BT, you got 000, her father, her, and Black Kirsten are all, trying to locate the source of this power that her father is looking for. So they do end up finding readings that will take them to the next planet, but of course the Empire intervenes, and it's a very action-based issue where there's not too much of plot going on, but rather more of just that straight Star Wars action. It leaves them off on a cliffhanger where they find this moon that is like basically half destroyed with a whole village on there of dead looking ancient people. So another nice cliffhanger for sure. Okay, so I want to talk about the positives of Dr. Aphra number 4. So first off, the overall action was really good. As I mentioned before, we got that very Star Warsy feel. Certain sequences such as Dr. Aphra going up against an AT-AT, narrowly escaping with her own starship called the Archangel. And then another thing that I really liked was when BT chucked the grenades around the corner, taking out a bunch of stormtroopers. Of course, the artwork continues to get better and better and better. I thought this issue was the best artwork we've seen so far, mainly because we got like nice portrait-sized panels for different characters that really showed them off. Something that I thought was really interesting was more of the fleshing out of these villain characters in Star Wars as a whole. So we got another interesting officer that's coming into play in Doctor Aphra. Her name is Captain Tolvin. So she has a bit of a history. She was kind of punished to the garrison on Yavin 4, which is a very inhospitable, kind of very hot environment. She was sent there because, according to Admiral Ozzel, who has a cameo, he basically told her that the reason why she was there is because Vader sent her there as punishment for failure on Edu, or somebody sent her there for punishment on Edu, because apparently she was the one responsible for the security breach of the rebels, you know, just bombing the hell out of it. So that was really cool. We got that more connective tissue in Rogue One in this series more than any other thing I think in Star Wars so far. So I really appreciate that we're bridging everything together. The canon is all one continuity, and that leaves me to speculate that maybe the reason why she has a cool looking cybernetic, well, I think it's cybernetic, like neck piece and everything, is maybe she was that badly burned from all the bombs from the X-Wings and the Y-Wings that that's kind of keeping her alive, sort of like Vader's suit. So very, very interesting. Another thing I really like, a little attention to detail, was when Aphra and crew were running through the Great Hall in Yavin 4. Yeah, it's the same exact place where they had the medallion ceremony for the rebels in at the end of A New Hope. So really, really cool. The only thing I would change about this issue is I thought, and this is the series in general, like they went to Yavin 4 and they already left very, very easily. I thought there was going to be more exploration of another temple somewhere, because all that happened was Aphra's father basically got the readings from some kind of electronic device and was like, okay, we got what we need, we have to get out of here. I thought they were going to literally find an artifact in one of the temples, and I was really hoping that we would explore something more of the ancient Sith, kind of like in the Old Republic, which is unfortunately now Legends. There was like the one Sith Lord, Freedon Nad or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's his name. So yeah, it seems like as soon as we got the Yavin, we were already gone. So I would have liked to stay there a little longer. But that is what I thought of Doctor Aphra number 4. But I want to know what you guys thought of everything I talked about this week. So are you going to watch Clone Wars, binge the hell out of it before March? Are you looking forward to Screaming Citadel, the new crossover for Marvel? Or have you been reading Doctor Aphra, and what have you thought of this particular issue? I want to know what you thought in there in the comment section below. I'm Starrapter. I want to thank you guys for watching, and may the Force be with you always. So, did you like the video? Then make sure you rate it a thumbs up, and if you did that, go over there, hit that Starrapter head to subscribe to my channel. Doing so will keep you up to speed on all of my latest content. Speaking of which, you can see a couple of my recent uploads down below. I'm also on social media, so what are you waiting for? Let's start nerding out.